everyone, and welcome to What If the NightWings Were Extinct by the Time the Great War Began. I will list the parts of the series that are changed due to this. 1. There is nothing involving the NightWings. 2. The peace organization called Talons of Peace was never founded, and so the Prophecy Dragonettes never existed. 3. Byrne's Alliance fails to discover the secret location of the Sea Wing Summer Palace to bomb it. 4. Anemone is forced to use her magic against her will. 5. Queen Scarlet is not replaced by her daughter Ruby. 6. The Mudwings never split off their alliance with Blister. Now, time to get into the what if. Anemone had been worried about this. Blister wanted to use her in the war. Why isn't my mother trying to support me? She thought with a pang of anger. After all, she was not a weapon. She was a princess. When Anemone was younger, she had loved it when her mother doted on her. But she had grown to dislike it when she learned why. Mother views me as a thing, like a pretty pearl or a useful weapon. Yes, Mother loved her, but was just as happy to force her to use her magic in the war. Yes, Mother finally agreed to take off Anemone's harness, but that was just so that Anemone could fight in the war without Coral having to come along. Anemone was starting to hate this whole animus thing more and more since she read the scroll about Albatross. If I use my power too much, will I end up like him? The sun was almost up. Soon she would be called down to meet with Uncle Shark. A servant burst into her room. General Shark wants you in the conference room immediately. Yes, coming, Anemone said. She was shaking head to tail. She was about to receive instructions for the upcoming attack on the Royal Sandwing Palace. She didn't know what she would have to do, but she hoped it wouldn't cost any more of her soul. Anemone quickly moved down the marble steps of the summer palace toward the conference room. Anemone, I've been awaiting your arrival, said her Uncle Shark as she walked into the room. Attending the meeting was her Uncle Shark, Cousin Moray, two of her older brothers, and one of Blister's ambassadors. Let's get started. Actually, I would like to speak with the child, said the ambassador in her smooth, oozing voice. Hello? Anemone asked nervously. The sewing ambassador looked her up and down. She looks small. Are you sure she's the animus Blister wants? She's our only animus, Shark growled. She'll do, said the Sandwing. Child, show me what you can do. Enchant my spear. She pulled out a spear to gently poke General Shark. Anemone nodded, unsure. Should I do this? Maybe I can avoid having to fight by doing a lousy job on purpose. Anemone, why are you hesitating? Asked Shark. Anemone sighed and touched the Sandwing's spear. Enchant this spear to gently poke my Uncle Shark. The spear quickly floated over to Shark and gently prodded him before returning to the Sandwing. Impressive, the Sandwing said. She will do. Meeting adjourned. Wait, but shouldn't we discuss have the child arrive with a small escort 10 moons from now? Our general will give her instructions from there. The Sandwing promptly left the room. I hate them, Anemone thought. I hate Blister and all her stupid Sandwings. At least my mother kind of cares about me. All they view me as is a tool, a means to an end. Apparently, her Uncle Shark didn't like the Sandwings either. As the ambassador exited the conference room, Anemone thought she could hear Shark mumble, "Desert worm," under his breath. When the Sandwing left, Shark was the first one to speak. Well, that was unorthodox. Back in her quarters, Anemone was having trouble falling asleep. In a few days, she was to leave for the Kingdom of Sand. Who knew what kind of horrible thing Blister would ask her to do? Kill Byrne? Anemone could just enchant a spear or something to float over and kill her. No, Blister would have to be preparing to actually take over the palace and move her troops in. which would be why she was moving her army there. I guess this truly makes me Blister's little animus pawn. I should use my magic to stop this. Heck, I could use my magic to kill her and all the Sandwings. Or maybe become Queen of Pyria. I can enchant everyone to respect me. There's nothing I can't do. But shouldn't I worry about my soul? Easy, I'll just enchant something to protect it. Here, I'll set up a plan. First I protect my soul and kill the entire Sandwing tribe to end the war. Then Anemone's dangerous line of thought was interrupted when the doors to her room burst open. Do you know how to knock? She shouted before turning around to see one of her older brothers standing in the doorway. What was his name again? Tortoise? Snapper? Anemone, please don't do this, her brother pleaded. He was not much taller than her and looked to be about 4 or 5. Do what? Anemone snapped. He looked panicked and guilty. That was strange. Mother, spit it out! I'm an animus. The words hit Anemone one by one. No, it was impossible. How could it be? She was the special one, the only Sea-Wing animus. Now she had this brother who was, it couldn't be true. I think you're confused. You see, I'm the animus here. The brother sighed. He held up his handbag and said, enchant this handbag to swell to the size of a dolphin. The bag swelled to what Anemone thought looked like about the size of a dolphin. It was true. The brother was an animus. What's your name? Choked out Anemone. Turtle. How did you know what I was thinking? Did you use your animus magic? Yeah, said Turtle. If you remember, I attended the meeting earlier. Afterward, I got worried about you, so I enchanted a quill and ink to write down whatever you're thinking at the moment on a scroll and stop writing when the scroll fills up. So you... what? Hey, why didn't I think of that? Turtle pulled the scroll out of his handbag. There was a quill writing rapidly on the scroll. Anemone read the letters as the quill wrote. It said, Whoa, that's cool. Huh, if I'd thought of it, it could have been really useful to figure out what Blister wanted me to do at Vern's Stronghold. I could have used it to figure out if it would be okay to just follow orders or if I needed to take drastic measures. Oh, hey, there's a fly flying up. Yeah, it started filling up with useless stuff really fast, said Turtle as he put the scroll back in his handbag. I can't count how many times you saw ants on the way up the stairs. It seems like we didn't think too hard about our enchantments, did we? Anemone said in a condescending voice. Well, at least I saw the important stuff. I know what you are considering, Anemone. Don't do it. I also want the war to end, but more bloodshed is not the way to do it. Any other ideas, Smarty Claus? Yes, said Turtle, grinning. I have a way we can save the Sea-Wing tribe. Hint, it does not involve the massacre of all Sandwings or you becoming a Queen of Pyria. My idea is more... Turtle paused. Diplomatic. If you're thinking about trying to convince Mother to end her alliance with Blister, I've already tried it and it doesn't work. Actually, it could work if we mind-controlled her. No mind-controlling, Turtle nearly shouted. All right, who else do we convince? I'd say our first target should be Uncle Shark. He never liked Sandwings, and if we get him on our side, maybe Mother would be more likely to listen to us. So, how do we convince him? Well, basically, what we should try to do is get him to question his loyalty to Blister. We need to make him wonder. If Blister is simply using our only animus as a tool, could she be using the rest of us as tools? And I found some old battle reports from a few years ago that report Blister's army initiating a battle with the Skywings on the southeast coast of their kingdom, and leaving the Sea-Wings and Mudwings to clean up the mess. If that doesn't convince him that we're being used, I don't know what will. These are actually some pretty good ideas, Turtle. If we get Shark on our side, he might order the army to pull out of the war. If that happens, Coral will have no choice but to end her alliance with Blister. So, are you in? I'm in. Okay, thank you for watching this What If. I plan to start putting out more videos, so subscribe to see those. Bye!